Hello, my dears. My name is Shara, and welcome to the stream. We're gonna do a little bit of 14 tonight. Finally, with how I've skipped, I think, at least twice. So, initially, I had left off here because I was gonna, go do the main story quest over here. However, the Christmas event just started. So we are doing that. Strategy board? This is new. I don't know what that crap is. What I do know is that the Christmas event will always start here. Do you have new dialogue, sir? Oh, yes, he does! May your lawns. We're closed. Come back later. Would that every day could be a festival. Oh, so you don't like your job? Me either. Oh, no, that's not special dialogue. What about you, Estain? Oh, aren't you the adventurer who is emissary at Greenbliss? To be chosen for the role is a great honor, and doubly so if you're not forest-born. The elder seats here doubtless sees great things in you. That's generic dialogue, but still, worth reading. Banefeld, hello! Merry Starlight, friend. The Starlight stalls are back this year. I'm pleased to say. Make sure you don't miss them. Starlight Celebration Crier. A very merry Starlight to you, friend. Should you have any questions about the Starlight Celebration, it would be my pleasure to assist. What is the Starlight Celebration? The Starlight Celebration can be traced back to ancient Ishgard. Long ago, a terrible battle claimed countless lives, leaving thousands of children orphaned in the harsh cold weather of Kurthus. Unable to bear their suffering, Ishgardian knights would offer these children board and lodging within their barracks. Of course, this was expressly forbidden, but the knights devised a plan to sneak them in, disguising the children in jackets of their scarlet uniforms. Owing to their generosity, the children survived the winter and lived to pay forward the kindness they had received. The former orphans would adorn themselves in scarlet uniforms, delivering gifts to children on the coldest week of the year. Thus, the Starlight Celebration was born. Over the years, the celebration has undergone gradual changes. The snowy-bearded captain of the kind-hearted knights had become known as the Saint of Nimia, and the children believe that he delivers their hopes and prayers directly to the goddess herself. Similarly, his red-jacketed knights have become the Saint's Little Helpers. They are particularly beloved by the younglings, for it is their role to bring gifts to every child who sends a prayer to the spinner. What is your task in all this? My scarlet-clad colleagues and I have been charged by the Adventurers Guild with running the Starlight Celebration. The festival spans the entire realm of Eorzea, and we have little helpers stationed in the cities of Gridania, Limsa-Lominsa, and Ul'dah. For this year's festivities, we are pleased to bring back the Starlight Stalls. The market is held in Gridania beneath an open sky, and caters to children and grown-ups alike. I hope you'll enjoy it. I actually really enjoyed the event last year because you helped to set up the stalls. Like with the Halloween event, it is a separate section that you talk to somebody to access, and it's decorated nicely. You got to help set up like some of the stalls individually. It was really neat. We're currently preparing our new product range. Please come back later. And the problem is, so I checked, and I think I started streaming with Momo at the very end of last year. Or, sorry, at the very beginning of this year. Meaning, I don't think I have any Christmas gear. Nope. Not to my knowledge. I really don't have enough money or enough gil to get stuff from the markets for a Christmas glamour. And the rewards this year are not related to that, but let's check the market board. My other bean, Kel, has Christmas stuff from like, well, holiday stuff from like every year. But alas, it is not the case. Jesus. Yeah, Starlight Barding, there's a reason it's hella expensive. Yeah, let's see. Level 1. I guess that could work in a pinch. Yeah, unfortunately, I think... Oh, the Dream Tunic. Wait! Wait! Why is it so cheap? I don't know, but I am taking advantage of that. Dream Hat! Okay, it's 10k, but that is worth it. Dream Boots? I don't know who you are, Meteon, but I love you. Thank you. Let's go make ourselves a glam, shall we? Do I have any glamour crystals? Yes, I do. I have enough for this. Ikrumbus. Mercrumbus. That is a giant and very pretty axe. On a twink. Good for you. I mean, that is one of the most fun parts for me about 14, is sometimes you'll have weapons that are just ludicrously sized in comparison to your character. That's why I chose a Lalafell in the first place, back when I first made Keldred, my original character. Alright, Boots. Oh. Wait. Are you telling me that some of this shit is still in my inventory? Why is the Maritime top still in my inventory? Had I not put all this stuff away? I guess not. The Maritime stuff, that was from the summer event. I guess I just don't go in here very often. Oh well. Dream Hat. I think I'm still... Yeah, we'll do that one later. Dream Tunic. Dream Boots. Manderville Bottoms. Wait. Do I now have the Manderville top? I must have the coatees somewhere. Yeah, it's in my armory chest. Game, why are you being weird? Okay. It is time. It is time! I know they just, like, changed a lot of this crap, so I should probably go back and, figure something out with all this. But, I'll do that off stream. My little potato! Let's make a Christmas potato, shall we? Are you sure? There you go! Okay, now let's, begin the Christmas event. Starlight Celebration, I know. Back to the amphitheater. So as always, there's always, you know, a character that leads most of this, and we've seen this one a lot over the years when I've played this. We three Kinder Punch. Am Garanye could use some help from an adventurer. Happy Starlight Adventure. Hello Frost, I hope you're doing well. I'm good. Better now that I'm home. I hope you're doing good. Thank you for joining me. You came just in time to join the Christmas event. I am Garanye, Starlight Celebrant, and you are called Momo Jagaimo, you say. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Might this be your first time partaking in the festivities? Inspired by an old Ishgardian tale, the Starlight Celebration is about granting the wishes of children. And this year, we're bringing back the festive market that offers joy and merriment to the young and old alike, the Starlight Stalls. The first time around, the Carline Canopy supplied us with Kinder Punch, a kind of mulled punch, and which we provided to guests. It proved tremendously popular, so we are planning to provide it again, with a twist. Alas, with all the celebrants busy attending to the preparations at the stalls, we haven't been able to get working on said twist. If you are not otherwise occupied, might you be willing to lend us a hand? Yes. I'm truly grateful. Without further ado, please join me at the Carline Canopy stall at the market. There, I shall explore the particulars to you. When you're ready, the guide yonder will be glad to escort you through. I shall see you anon. You played the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo on the Switch too. Oh boy, how did that perform? Because when they ported Kingdom Hearts to the Switch, it wasn't on the Switch. You had to have an internet. You're basically streaming it. I'm kind of dubious. Especially with a game as complex as Final Fantasy VII Remake. Ah, so you are the adventurer who's agreed to help us. If you would follow me, I shall take you to the Starlight Stalls. So we're gonna take a quick look at all these decorations because they are cute as shit. I love these. I can't decide what to get him as a souvenir. Look! Look at the babies! Actually, I think this was the reward last year. That's right! It was, this barding for the chocobos. It's wicked cute. I've got it on Keldred, of course, but I don't have it on Momo. It's very precious. Excellent port, they really leveraged the DLSS with 1080p in both dock and handheld mode, locked at 30 FPS, and graphics on par with the PS5 version. Honestly, that's really cool. I am genuinely surprised. Would you like to meet our chocobos? I love them. I love the chocos. Look, oh no! Look at the little... I would actually buy one of these in a heartbeat for real life. A little chocobo lamp. Oh no! Oh no! Look at the cookies! Oh no, they're so precious! And then we've got a food stall. Hello, sorry, ma'am. Sorry. We've got our menus. We've got a turkey the size of me. Oh yeah, my favorite part about being a Lalafell. Oh wait, no, I can't do it. I don't own Play Dead on this character. Damn. Okay, so with the Play Dead emote, you flop on your back, and you can get hidden by an object this size. It's Chocomus. But hello. Hello. Let's see, we've got more cookies here. Except, oh no, look at them. Oh! Oh! I said be some lovely things. I'm gonna ask. Okay. Wait, do I have dote? Oh, bless you, sir. Bless you, friend. Madhouse E-boy. No, nom. The kindness of some folks in 14. He's just a tiny little Santa. Oh, I'm so happy. The self-destruct BLU spell is a rather poor man's to play dead emote, but lethal. That's so fucking sweet. That's so funny, though. Sorry, I'm just saying hello to this person. But Naricon, that cracks me up. So this emote this person just did, the sipping the tea, that's the reward for this year's thingy. What I was trying to say before I got interrupted by this. Sorry, give me a sec. You know what? We're actually going to accept this free company invite for the time being. Sorry, just sending them a couple of messages and stuff, because I just joined, because it's gonna be a while before I can make my own free company, right? So I'm joining this one for now. It's primarily Lala's. And I do love Lalafels, so this person is very sweet. Okay, what I was trying to do before I got interrupted. Oh, that's not the correct, crap. What is the... Where was my thing here? So... We've got a chipmunk, tree, like some of the generic stuff, tree, and then we've got fat cat cookie, and we've got sylph cookie, another sylph cookie. This is like one of the Yetis, bomb, Moogle. I can't quite tell what this little guy is, unless that's just a generic one. And then we've got the little oh, I forget what they're called. Give me a sec, I can... This guy, the Spriggan. But yeah, this is a very sweet little, a literal sweet stall. Okie doke. Well, that was extremely kind of them. The punch is so good. Oh, look at these. I love seeing child characters, I will say. They're so sweet. Okay, we're gonna continue looking at the stalls because I want to show them all to you guys before we go on. Look at all these tiny beans. I love the child characters in this game because they actually look like kids. Yeah, the kids actually look like kids, which is something most MMOs don't manage. Oh, so look at these. So this is this like a, yeah, it's a fabric stall. We've got, let's see, we've got fabric, hats, these are Moogle slippers, bags, very cute. So last year, good idea since it prevents future free company spams. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of those. Actually, give me a sec. Now that I'm actually part of a free company, let me delete this. Because I put a thing in my description asking to not be sent FC invites. So during last year's event, we did get we did help set up the stalls, and I'm pretty sure we worked with every guild master, including some in other cities, to get these set up, if I'm remembering correctly. And so this was, I think, a combination between the Weaver and Leatherworking guilds. Then we've got, this looks like more of a generic one. Flower vendor. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is actually kind of cool. A one-stop shop for all of this stuff. Of course, it's no good for me because you have to, with the exception of these, which are housing items, you have to, well, cloves and carnations are ingredients for cooking. These are stuff for the house. The rest of these you actually need, well, I guess technically I am part of a free company now. It's hand-poured coffee, aromatic coffee brewed by a time-honored pour-over method. So this is also actually a housing item. I think this is too, yes. Starlight Cake. Conceived by Bismarck chefs with far too much time on their hands, the Starlight Cake is composed of layer after layer after layer after layer of sweet, decadent heaven. And then this is Flag, a little reindeer with a huge appetite. So named for its fluttering tail, this adorable reindeer calf boasts a prodigious appetite that belies its size. Especially partial to corn, it threatened to devour clean a farmer's entire harvest, forcing the man to beg your retainer to take it away. I'll have to look up how you're supposed to get... Oh, no minions here. Okay. We'll summon it when we're out of here, then. Oh, actual reindeer! Witness Blitzen's spectacular illusions. Oh, yeah. I think we got to ride Blitzen at some point while it did illusions, or am I misremembering? Either way, very pretty creature. Very pretty design. Okay. Oh, no, I guess we're not. I thought we... I have a little something for you too, Camlito. For me? It's a night... I don't think again. That was certainly a word. I think we dealt with these guys last time, if I'm remembering correctly, some of these characters, while setting up these stalls. Especially this gal looks familiar to me. Starlight Celebrant. Oh. Selling stuff that we can't get just yet. Sundries vendor. Oh, this is the dyes and whatnot. Oh, and dark matter for repairing your gear. I think that's some of the Kinder Punch. And then, let's also take a... Ma'am, aren't you chilly? Let's take a look at these internal ring of stalls, too. Food vendor. Nothing special for the holiday. But I do really, really like the description of all of the food in this game. I think I mentioned on a different stream that the food of this game and the fact that you could be a culinarian is a large part of what got me to start playing this game. I'm glad these folks are having fun, it looks like. Just hanging. That's one thing that's really nice about this game, just getting to hang out with your friends and do kind of goofy stuff. Everything is proudly grown by our very own botanists. Wait, isn't that the guild leader for the botany guild? Maybe. Either way, this stuff's nice looking. And then, oh, yeah! Our wooden creations are full of warmth and character. Yep, this is the guild leader for the woodworking guild. Oh, these are so sweet. Look at them. Oh no, the little Moogle face is up for these ornaments up here. They're so cute. Okay, now that I'm done indulging myself, and thank you for your patience with me, let's actually get this quest on the way. My thanks again for assisting us. I've asked Mione to join me in explaining our punch plans. She should be along any moment now. Ah, so you're the adventurer who's been roped in to help. As Ann might have mentioned, at last year's festival, the Carline Canopy prepared Kinder Punch for the people. This was distributed in mugs for the Gridanian design. That's what... I'm so mad. That's why there's no Gridanian mug this year, and there's just a Leminson and Ul'dah mug. Damn it! I made Momo too late to take advantage of that. When I mentioned this to my guild counterparts in the other city-states, they were keen to have their own homes represented on the mugs as well, and so we had these beauties made. Oh, they're so pretty! They bear local vistas and motifs, such as a galleon for Limsa Leminsa and a cactuar for Ul'dah, with seasonal flourishes worked in for a festive touch. Since we now have three lovely mugs, we thought it would be fitting to set up 3 varieties of Kinder Punch. In Gridania, punch is traditionally made by simmering the juice of locally grown apples with blood currants, cinnamon, and various herbs. For the Leminson and Ul'dah varieties, I'm keen to incorporate ingredients found in their respective locales, but I haven't been able to decide on what. And therein lies our request. Hello! Can we get some mulled punch, please? Whoa, new mug designs! Are they the pictures of other cities? I wonder what they're like. Young Joltane. The punch isn't ready yet, but it shan't be long now. We are currently preparing 2 new varieties, you see, using ingredients from the city shown on the mugs. I think I remember these guys from last year, the kids, I mean. It does me well to see the youngings' curiosity for faraway lands. It further motivates me to serve up Kinder Punch that will not disappoint, which brings me back to the task we have for you. We ask that you investigate what ingredients we should use to create the punch that best captures each nation. Gridanian's market attracts many visitors from the realm over. An adventurer such as yourself should have no trouble identifying suitable individuals, and coaxing out the relevant information. Your confidence is most assuring. I shall apprise the other celebrants of the situation and return to Miketo's amphitheater. I look forward to your findings. It's a clever idea, I will say. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. So you're an adventurer? That's so amazing! I bet there's different dialogue if I were to do this as Caldred, because Cal did this event last year. Speak with visitors to Gridania near the markets. Now, when you say near the markets... Okay, you mean outside of this zone. Got it. I'm curious about our new free company. We'll have to go visit the house. Of course, actually, I don't think I've unlocked any of the housing zones yet on Momo. Let's do that. Oh. Ul'dan Merchant. Oh, that's right! One of these events, was it 2 or 3 years ago? No wait, that wasn't the Christmas event. That was Heaven's Turn. The Great White Tsuchinoko. So the little, for the Year of the Snake, I think. You wish to make a drink that represents Ul'dah? Tea would be a good place to start. We Ul'dans can't get through the day without a good strong brew. It's served up anywhere you can get a feed. It doesn't matter if it's a slap-up meal or just a sweet treat. I've heard that the Sultana takes hers with a generous helpings of butter and honey. Aside from the tea, Thanalan has specialties like vanilla, cloves, black pepper, and pearl ginger. The finest stuff can cost as much as gemstones. Pearl, oh man. Flashbacks to doing culinary and stuff on Cal. Pearl Ginger and some of the others, I think, are on timed nodes. You have to harvest them, and they only become available certain times, like in real life. It's kind of nuts. Lemonson Chef. You want to make punch with a Lemonson twist? Then you'll want to use plenty of Lenosha oranges, lowland grapes, and lemons. Lenosha... Wait, I wrote down the pronunciation of this somewhere. Lenosha. Okay, so I did get it right. Lenoshan citrus is renowned far and wide. It's featured heavily in the Lemonson cuisine ever since sailors started using it to ward off scurvy, and I've always ensured that our restaurant has ample stock. I'm in charge of procurement at the Bismarck, you see. If you're after quality citrus, I'd be glad to introduce you to our suppliers. Oh wait, I should summon... We're outside of that zone now. I should summon the little guy. He's so cute. Hello, little bean. Oh no, he hops like a reindeer. I'm gonna die. I gotta find a way to, like, I don't know, contribute to that free company a little bit to make up for the presents. Ul'dan Lady. What's that? Ingredients that are distinctly Ul'dan? Well, most of my countrymen would say no pollen spices, but that would be selling our cuisine short. For dining should be an adventure. The thrill of the unknown, the triumph of audacity. A dish should have all the drama of a championship bout at the Colosseum. Oh yes! Such an experience may be a little stimulating for children, but we grown-ups can appreciate a little excitement. Wouldn't you agree? I don't know about that, man, but I'm pretty sure that calls for a bunch of spices. Man. I was honestly debating calling off stream again tonight because I wasn't feeling well after work and work kind of sucked. But I should have known better. 14 always makes me feel better. Especially with cute events like this. So thank you for keeping me company, y'all. Welcome back, Momo. Were you able to learn anything promising? Yes, I'm staring at somebody's ass. That's promising. Oh, those ingredients seem representative of Limsum Limensa and Ul'dah indeed. We celebrants should be able to procure the items, so pray leave it to us. Once the Kinder Punch has been prepared, we would be pleased if you would do the honors and serve it. When it's time, please present yourself to my colleague at the Starlight Stalls. And if you happen to have a moment right now, might I trouble you to speak with the little ones from earlier? I'm hoping that you could learn what city holds the greatest interest for each of them. In doing so, you will be able to recommend varieties of punch that would be the most meaningful. Back to the stalls! The Starlight Stalls are in full swing. Will you be headed there? Yeah. Welcome to the Starlight Stalls. The punch is almost ready. I can't wait to have some. What do I like to eat? Fruits. We have apples and berries here in the wood, but I'd like to try fruits from other places too. When I was little, or actually, even when I was a teenager, we would get clementines and whatnot. You really ought to try this punch, Mother. I wonder what the other ones taste like. Wait! Very well, I should go and get some too. Wait a fucking second, I know y'all. Y'all are familiar. Why do I know y'all? Is this... Or at least I feel... Maybe the character model just looks similar. They look like somebody I would have met before. Enjoy your lurk. Oh, you're the adventurer from before. Oh, the mold punch is almost ready? Hooray! I want to learn about all the new places, so it's hard to decide on a punch. There's no ocean in Gridania, so it's my dream to go sailing everywhere on a big ship. Rest assured, our preparations are proceeding apace. One enthusiastic young man even offered to help. I bet that's got to be a reference to a character we met in the last year's event, or some previous year. This does look so much. I will say, it looks really nice during the day, but you can kind of tell that it's meant to be seen at night. They're giving out hot drinks? That sounds great. I'm visiting with my mom. It's my first time in Gridania, so I guess I want to learn about everything here. I wonder if we'll be given the opportunity to buy the Gridanian stuff from last year. Oh, I already spoke with him. Oops, sorry. Ah, excellent timing. We've received the last of the ingredients and are now brewing in the new varieties of Kinder Punch. We expect a throng of children will descend upon us as soon as we begin serving. Are you ready to attend to them? I'd like to review the characteristics of the city and their punch. Apple and cinnamon. Limsa. Citrus. Nanamo, or dried fruits and black pepper. I'm ready, I think. Sure. If I get this wrong, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna have to get the ingredients for mulled cider or mulled something for Christmas. I fortunately have the day off, so I do have time to sort of chill. A friend of mine used to live in Ul'dah, and he tells me stories about it. I've always wanted to know what it's like there. If you have something like that, Ul'dah punch. which is more of a tea-based. Wow, this is really good. Like a sweet tea with spices. Is this what Ul'dah smells like, I wonder? I'm gonna get my friend to come. Hello, Ipo Flame! We are Manderville men, yes. We do things as only a Manderville can. Ipo, my dear. I'd love to see what fruits from other places taste like. Do you have a punch that's made with them? Honestly, either one of these. Leminsa has citrus, and Ul'dah has the berry. So I'm gonna go with Leminsa. We're doing this wicked cute Christmas event. Oh, it's sour but sweet. I love it. I had no idea they grew so many types of citruses in La Noscia. Oh, these guys were some troublemakers from one of the year's events. Those two, like, let's see, the little Yeti. We had to, I think, get him back to his parents. We were trying to communicate with him because he couldn't speak English. And then the chipmunk might have been, I don't remember if he was from that year or a different year. But he, like, was like an emissary from, like, the person who, he was supposedly an emissary from this universe's Santa, I think. Goodness, all these memories are coming out of the blue. I'm not sure how accurate they are, but I've played too many of these over the year. You here for punch too? Come on, let's go together. Alright. I hear there's a place called the Colosseum where gladiators fight each other. I want a punch that'll make me feel like I'm there. Hold on. Hello again. I've never had mulled punch before. I'm not sure which one I should try. I feel like pretty sure she said that she was here for the first time. She was the last child I spoke with, right? Which means Gridania. Honestly, I can see Kit being Hildebrand and you being the... Yeah, Nashu. Absolutely, I just bomb him. That actually, genuinely, maybe that's a fan art idea sometime. Now the Colosseum... So the Colosseum's in Ul'dah? I'd like to see a fight there one day, but right now there's a fight in my own mouth. Woo, the spices in this punch sure pack a punch. Thank you. I love the apple flavor, and the mug is beautiful too. Oh, I hope I can meet some Muggles while I'm in Gridania. Hey, Santa. Oh, speak of the devil. Was that what you were talking about, Ipo? Because we've got a certain we've got a certain gentleman over here. What to choose? I suppose I'd like a punch that makes me feel like I'm sailing somewhere far away. Lemonson. Wow, what a great blend of flavors. And I just love the design on the mug. It's ships like this that connect the whole world. I genuinely, Flame, I forgot that he was basically Santa. Because now that I saw him, I'm remembering that I'm pretty sure he shows up every year, or at least some years, in the Santa costume to help out with things, but until I saw him, I completely forgot. Thank you, miss. I've had a lot of fun. That's fair. I actually kind of wasted a little bit of several... There was a while there where I was subscribed but not playing because I couldn't, like, drum up the energy, so I was paying for it much longer than I played it actively. It seems like the children really enjoyed their punch. You did well indeed with your selections. From here on, we celebrants will tend to the punch distribution with your fine example as a guide. You need only report back to Amgarayi She'll be eager to know how we fare. I'm so happy. Slash pet mama. I'm just a little potato. Epo Kit. Wait, are you still streaming? Yes, it is Momo today. I thought you were streaming, my dude. Were you done with stuff and things? Oh, okay. How'd you enjoy the surreal nonsense that that was that game? I miss my little pocket knife. Yeah. Made a little stabbity. We're gonna have to do 14 again together sometime soon. I've just finished putting out a few proverbial fires at the guild, so I thought I'd come by and see how you were getting on. What the frick is a Metal Gear? What the frick is a Mary Gear? The more the merrier, as I always say. And if you're here, my friend, may I assume that the Kinder Punch has been handed out to the little ones as planned? We are truly in your debt. With your help, we have not only brought the children festive cheer, but also expanded their horizons. Of course, they're all more than welcome to return and try the other types of punch. The longer they enjoy themselves at the stalls, the better. There you are, adventurer. I wanted to thank you again. And Miss Garani and Mione, too. It was absolutely our pleasure. If you enjoyed the punch, then nothing would please us more. When I grow up, I want to be someone who knows lots about the world like you, miss. I'll go and see what's out there for myself and tell everyone all about it. And I want to tell everyone about Gridania, too. The Starlight Stalls have reminded me just how much I love it here. That's a wonderful wish, and I've no doubt that the spinner herself has heard it. When the time comes, it'll be my pleasure to register you as an adventurer, young man. And I'll look forward to hearing your tales of courage and high adventure. That goes for you as well, of course. Me just being Nashu and yeeting bombs at Kit's head. Catch! That would make me a rocket girl? It seems you're truly inspired, young Joltane. And should you still have time to spare, you could potentially inspire even more souls by helping us serve up more Kinder Punch. We'd also be glad if you simply enjoy the festivities here on. It's entirely up to you. While the celebration continues, our guide will be pleased to show you to the stalls. My thanks again, Momo, and happy Starlight. Me head first in the ground. Local libations. An illustrated manual of how to take the perfect sip of piping hot punch. Used to learn the /Gridania sip, /Old Dawn sip, /Leminson slip, and then gulp versions of each one. So, well, clearly, the vendors at the Starlight Stall are now open for business. You can speak to the Saturnine Starlight Celebrant at the Starlight Stalls if you wish to help serve more Kinder Punch. In doing so, you may very well encounter some familiar faces. Ah, shit. That means I have... Actually, oh man, if I do this on Keldred, I bet I'll see a bunch of people. Because Momo doesn't know very many people yet, but Kel does. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I clearly have to do this on Kel, too. Obviously, I was going to anyway, but still. Oh, it looks like all the stalls are open now. Centuries. Okay. What do you have for sale? A Starlight Mug Tower. Leminson. Hold on. Kinder Punch. Kinder Punch. Kinder Punch. We've had Nakia's old man. I mean, we certainly could. Bless this mess. Starlight Mug Tower. The best part of drinking Kinder Punch is that after you've had a few, you can stack the mugs to form this festival starlight decoration. This stack of empty mugs of Old Don Kinder Punch doubles as a festive starlight decoration. Ensure our mugs have been thoroughly cleaned to remove any residual sabotender pulp before display. Ooh. And this stack of empty mugs of Lamenting Kinder Punch doubles as a festive starlight decoration. Keep away from wintertime sea breezes. We're just gonna put you over here. And who would be the gentle zombie? Oh man, there's so many possibilities. Old Don Kinder Punch, a steaming hot spiced beverage served in a decorative starlight mug. Notes of butter and Old Don spice. Now, butter tea sounds weird to us in the West, but it's actually relatively common in certain areas. I think Nepal or Bhutan has that as a thing. Lemons and Kinder Punch, a steaming hot spiced beverage served as a decorative starlight mug. Notes of lemons and citrus. And the steaming hot spiced beverage served in a decorative mug. The perfect pick-me-up for a cold and weary. And that's this is actually technically the Gridanian version. It's just called Starlight Kinder Punch because when they first did this event, it was just Gridanian. Okay, I guess we could get... How have I been handling these? Have I been getting 99? No, I've just been getting 10. Okay. No. Okay, so this is the sunshine. Very cute. And this is the stardust. They're so cute. Okay, let's put these away. And then, I want to show the emotes I just got. Because they're cute. Gridanian Sip. The Lemon Sip. And Old On Sip. That's weird. Oh, it just stays. So then you can also do... Okay, what are the... Okay, so then, okay. So does that emote not look any different than the sip? Okay. Alright, let's find that person. We'll do that. We'll do the serving punch thing one more time. Ah, you're back! The people couldn't get enough of our punch, and it's all I can do to keep mugs filled. I could use your help with the serving again, if you're willing. I should mention that a curious lady came by earlier. She spoke passionately about the spirit of culinary adventure before gifting us an array of unusual ingredients, though I was skeptical at first. Quite a few of the guests have enjoyed them in their beverages as an accent. So, if you have the urge to add a little something extra when you serve up a mug, I leave it at your discretion. I would just be glad for the break. Who would be the gentle zombie? That's gotta be Travis, right? You bring the pots of punch to a gentle simmer. The enticing aroma attracts someone to the stall. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the owner of the Carling Canopy, the proprietor of the Drowned Wench, the proprietress of the Quicksand, one of the Seed Seers. Let's start with let's start with Mione. Oh, so you get to do this as many times as it takes to see all the unique dialogue. That's nice. I thought I smelled a lovely aroma. I've already sampled the new varieties, so may I please have a mug of Gridanian punch? It'll be interesting to see how yours compares to the Canopy's house blend. I don't know about the... I don't... Let's do Gridanian punch's chanterelle mushroom. I don't know that that would work real well. Mother Mione, please don't hate me. Is this Greta chanterelle? Interesting. These fragrant mushrooms are sought after for culinary and medicinal purposes, but I'd never imagined tasting it in a sweet drink. While it might require a more mature palate, there's a depth to this punch that's quite enjoyable. I'd be happy to have it again. Well, I should return to my duties. When you have a spare moment from your own, do come and relax at the canopy. Life goals! I love Mother Mione. Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna see the others. And the Drowned Wench. One of the brothers. I couldn't help but come here to see our laments and mugs being used. And sufficient is to say I'd be much obliged for some punch, too. Sweet Tooth Lamintson Chocolate Punch. Man, it's hard to say. I bet I could just do it again if he didn't like it. Ooh, I bet chocolate with the citrus would be nice, though. Did y'all ever have the chocolate oranges growing up? They were like one of my favorite things to get on Christmas. Bugger me, that's sweeter than the siren's kiss. You put chocolate in here, did ya? And a whole bleeding sack of sugar, too, by the taste of it. Still, this folks is like something a little unusual, and you'd be surprised how many sea dogs have a sweet tooth. What with sugar being used to preserve food on voyages. Aye, I reckon you might be onto something here. At any rate, I'd best be on my way. Thanks for the hospitality. Next time you're in Limsa, stop by the wench and I'll return the gesture. I'm glad he didn't dislike it. Momodi! Mione invited me to Gridania for the Starlight Celebration, and I couldn't say no. Might I trouble you for a mug of Uldan Punch? Uldan Punch with no paw pulp. Sorry, Momodi, don't hate me. I'm just so curious to see their reactions to these unusual ingredients. Well now, what a delicious drink! You've added nopal, cactus flesh, unless I'm mistaken? Plenty of folk enjoy nopal roasted and savory dishes, but it works surprisingly well with sweet flavors too. I might have to try adding it to our menu. Thank you kindly. Whenever you're in Ul'dah, be sure to stop by at the quicksand, you hear? Momodi, my beloved. And the seed seers. I wonder if I have to do it 3 times to get each seed seer. Hello, Ryo-O. Mold punch for the guests? What a delightful idea! Lest you wonder, my sister Kane is as busy as her wont, so I'm attending to the festivities in her stead. I shall have a Gridanian punch if you would be so kind. Okay, I've got to do this one, right? Moogle Palm Surprise Gridanian Punch. Did you say Moogle Palm? So it's simply a confection made to resemble a palm. That's certainly a relief, and for my companions especially. Without further ado, I shall give it a taste. I love these goobers. Does Ryo-O always have this, or is this just for this? That decoration is gonna be for the the event, right? Well now, that's perfectly delicious. Just try not to frighten the children over much, do you hear? I love these losers. Best Muggles. Let's see. I want to see if I try it again, if I'll get a different one of the Seed Seers. Like, Ryo-Oh's little brother. Oh, no. Okay. So, I'll just give you some standard. How fragrant and delicious. 'Tis a flavor that we can proudly call Gridanian to forest-born and visitors alike. Might I ask for 2 more mugs of the same for my brother and sister? Wonderful. I shall have my attendants deliver these ere they grow cold. My gratitude for the drinks, and for your contribution to the celebration. I like how my line of sight is as though I were as tall as she is, when I would be looking up at her. I wonder, how would my little potato... It's not a bad look, but I don't know if it's for her. Okay, so I'm gonna pop out of this area, and then I'm actually going to go ahead and run this ad that I've been pushing off, and then we will do some MSQ. So I'll be back with y'all in 3 minutes here. Here we go! I should go put the... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The Free Company folks are talking in the chat about photo shoots with Santa Lala. Bless this entire mess. I'm glad that people are having fun. I did decorate the Free Company house for Christmas, didn't I? Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to log in to Kel after this to see. I thought I did, but maybe some of the... I don't think I left the Halloween stuff up. Into the box you go! Let's put some of this away. Now, do I want to continue? Your Kutse Lalfas are standing on step stools when doing their jobs. They're climbing the ladder. You know, the them-shaped ladder. Confront Garuda and the Howling Eye. Why don't I try to... Why don't I try queue for that? As that has now become a fucking tradition. And, let's see. Let me repair my gear. You know what? Fuck it. At least for streams this month, I will stay as Santa Potato. Okay. Welcome back, my dudes. Oh no, that's the wrong holiday. This actually kind of works. Because of the blanket. Okay. Let's go do a little bit of MSQ. I'm not sure how long I'll go tonight because I'm a little limited on spoons. To be honest, they've had me on phone calls a lot more often than usual lately, and I'm a little drained. But I've really missed this, and I want to go until at least midnight. We'll see if I have the energy. Papa Sean, hello. Mistrustful merchant. Oh, that's right. You again? Why are you pursuing me? Because you're a suspicious motherfucker. Sedition? Treason? Revolution? That's preposterous! Oh, that's right. MSQ, we were dealing with uprising. So a bunch of people had given weapons to people as part of, like, a protest and shit. Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorized the streets of Ul'dah? Ha! You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. No! I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. For the sake of argument, let's say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I give a Kikurn's arse about politics. It was business. Only business. So intimidating, the potato. We both know I'm not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. A little late for that. What's all this commotion? 7 hells! Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. Hold, adventurer. I would know more about your relationship with the victim as well as the events leading up to his death. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it's obvious that you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. Oh shit, actually this party is coming together fast. We just need a couple of tanks. Oh, look at this! Look at this glowing cape! Is it the top? No, I don't think that's what's making the dude glow. I'm not sure what it is. Either way, it's cool shit. Oh, all these glowy outfits people have. I'm assuming that's from Dawn Trail. What news, Momo? Where's the merchant? Murdered? Damn it all to the 7th hell. He was not simply murdered, Momo. He was silenced. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. Not all of them came from Dawn Trail? I guess that makes sense. I haven't bothered to, like, look at a lot of the... I don't do, like, almost any high-end content, meaning that if like, fancy stuff dropped from there, I wouldn't be able to identify it. Revolution. Swift has a message from you, from General Raban. The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the results of our own investigation. Master Alphino has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. What's this? Oh, samurai, right. A torch? That's... I wonder, is that related to... Is that like an emote you can earn from the... Oh, the post-Endwalker... events? Not events, those special dungeons. It would make sense if it did, given the fact that you spend a lot of time in, like, ruins and whatnot. Sun Boy, hello! Excellent work, Momo. The investigation you brought us did help me persuade General Roban to corral this meeting. Mayhap now we can discuss matters openly and honestly. We've been expecting you, madam. Please proceed inside.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate.
As though the Sultanate has any power.
Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Teleji Adeleji? But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Okay, no offense to Alphino's voice actor here, but, like, then again, maybe he wasn't given proper, like, direction for this scene. I'm sorry, that should have been delivered with a little bit more emotion. Not to be nitpicky.
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield.
Wasn't this before we had the PvP stuff that was set in Cartano?
The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Allagan ruin.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Pardon?
An Allagan monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Allagan inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon, one which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
If I pet you... Oh no! Oh no, that was cute as shit! Okay. Stories we tell. Recent revelations weigh heavily on Alphino's mind. I should be glad to know the truth, and yet, the thought of all this chaos was a product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intended to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. Fortunately, you are already well positioned to do so, Private Jigaimo. Pray keep us informed of any developments in Cartano. Begone, whelp! This is no place for children! Don't be a jackass. I'm sorry. Oh, is that the little bean that we met at the refugee camp earlier, a couple missions ago? Yeah, looks like it. I was looking for you, miss. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. You know this girl? So we visited Stone's Throw as well? I see. Did you find the man? Were my parents with him? They were not, I'm afraid. However, I can think of several places that they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together. Really? You help me look, mister? Of course, but first I must needs finish speaking with my friend. She's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you could wait for me by that pillar over there. We require but a moment.
Okay, mister. I'll be waiting.
I'll take you to the quicksand. Mayhap Momodi will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an ether-starved primal. Even dealing with an Ascian would be preferable to the charade. Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon and limited in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for change. Speak of the devil. Momo, this is Minfilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation in the Twelveswood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive. The Twelveswood? Then the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed? I have received no reports of Vixali activity, which leaves the Sylphs? Go, Momo. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I am grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself. Darling boy, at this point in the story, you have yet to ever wield your weapon. The music is so cozy in the inn in comparison to the main town. Okay, which of y'all have new dialogue? I think that's existing dialogue that was there prior. Yep. I am come on behalf of the Elder Seedseer to petition the aid of your order. The antecedent has been apprised of the situation. It is a relief to see you healthy and hale, Momo. The latest news from Ul'dah was most disturbing. Clearly, the only injury Alphino suffered was to his ego. Doubtless it will heal ere long. The other scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you are ready to begin, I shall summon them now. Yeah, I don't think... What do I have for... Is this a necklace or a bracelet? Oh, actually, it is an improvement. Lord of Levin. Minfilia wishes to discuss the latest threat to arise in the Black Shroud. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business, then. I have received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the Primal Ramu. I'm sorry, may have? Then it is not certain? The Elder Seedseer informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of the Levin's return to the forest. The Sylphlands, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Forgive me, antecedent, but that fact need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike the more bellicose compeers, Gerudo and so on, Ramu is reputed to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory. The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the Touched Ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, 'twould surely not have escaped your notice. Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. I beg your pardon. You foresaw this eventuality and did not to prevent it? I told Papa Limo. I suppose I could have reported things to Minfilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't there much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around in their territory. They already summoned Ramu once right after the calamity, but that was because the Garleans came tramping through the forest. And so long as Castor Morian stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Yida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. It's just a shame, because, in this case, for Ramu specifically, it would honestly be kind of baller to have him around to help fight, to at least help guard the shroud. But unfortunately, with every passing moment the primal stays summoned, it, slowly destroys the land it is in. The longer it's in, it's like the only thing I can think to, because it drains the ether, it's like Midgar. The longer it exists, the more it siphons all of the ether out of the world. And I maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Ul'dah drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. 'Tis like that the Sylphs perceived this panicked migration as yet another invasion, and quickened their efforts to summon their god. I am put in mind of Titan and the kobolds. Once again, it's the affairs of men which have paved the way for a primal's coming. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Momo, through your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solace, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with the Gridania. I wonder, might one who has treated with the Sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Ramu can be convinced of their intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. A fond hope. Were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the Beastmen since time immemorial. Yes, but the primals themselves are fundamentally different creatures. Garuda is bloodthirsty and hates pretty much everybody except for the Ixal. And that seems to continue through with every iteration of Garuda, regardless of the people who summon her. But maybe this time we can... Let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most affected by Ramu's presence. The Elder Seedseer has requested your personal involvement, Momo. Pray report to Commander Hua at the Adder's Nest as soon as you are able. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Leven will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow Scions will of course come lend you whatever support you require. Okay, nothing special there. Nope, already did that. Okay. Oh wait, how many... Okay, never mind. Private Jagaimo, your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal has ever caused for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. The Elder Seedseer, however, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic, rather than martial, skills may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray make your way to Nofika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the lotus stand. And I shall return back to the teleporty thing. Aetheryte. That's a word. I know how to words. Free company name is RAR. Let's see. It's The other Scions have already arrived, madam. May I show you in? I see the Sylphs will send their own representative. There can be no doubt, then. It's said that once Ramu passes judgment, his wrath is implacable. 'Twould be best to conclude this discussion ere Gridania and its people are placed upon his scales. Whatever the Elder Seedseer is planning, I want you to know that I'll be right there by your side. And I'm sure Y'shtola won't be far behind, even if she does think everything's mankind's fault. Well, everything kind of is mankind's fault, so I can't, I am most curious to hear how the Elder Seedseer means to treat with Lord Ramu.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramu is returned unto the forest. Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace. Our guest informs us that the sylphs too have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramuh is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelveswood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided. Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations.
Slash panic
The
emote.
Twelveswood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramuh himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples. You have my thanks. Pray make for Little Solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin. An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelveswood that flinches at its coming. All the lands Veorzia shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
It's getting spooky. Let's see, what way? Over here. What's that? Oh, I think that's Voice of Concern. Oh, it must be the next tier of the... I don't know, something to do with the Sylph stuff, because I'm pretty sure Voice is the name of the rep for the Sylph stuffs. The tribe, what are they called? I'll check in a sec. Private Jagaimo, I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the Primal Ramuh himself. An unenviable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. I've been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, that we may ascertain the location of where the Lord of Levin may be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. I do have 2 rings. No. Levin and Impression. The Serpent Lieutenant looks about, seemingly awaiting a visitor. I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finish their investigation. I do not imagine it will be much longer. Wait, there used to be a mission here, and I think part of it got cut out. This one returns. It returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching, and have wisely identified the precise location of where the Touch One summoned Lord Ramuh. Your tidings impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might be so kind as to escort this good woman to her fellow scions?
It will be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please, please come with this one.
We're counting on you, Private Jagaimo. Be safe and Godspeed. So, I think I was told that they cut out this mission, but it used to be. I'm almost certain that there was a mission here where you had to go run around here and try to find the other scions, and they were being impersonated by various sylphs, and there was a lot of very funny dialogue.
Wise ones adventure deep, deep within the Sylphlands. This one must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for touched ones.
I could just fly. I love that being able to fly lets you see a lot more of the world, or not world building, but like the set dressing, so to speak. I mean, look at these little houses. Are these not the most precious little things, even if they're vaguely spooky looking? They're so pretty.
This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramu, and this one might turn mean and nasty like touched ones. And so this one must say farewell for now. Walking One will find wise ones not far from here, to the south. Go in safety, Walking One.
I think maybe this was where the mission was that has been cut when they streamlined a Realm Reborn quest after when Shadowbringers came around. So, thank good. Yes, she is literally referencing the mission that got cut. The fact that there was a different, like, of the bad selves pretending to be the various scions. So, Thancred is Thancred, Papali was Papalimo, Y'shtola is Y'shtola, and you're you, right? Well, that's easy enough to remember.
This one's name is Yida, in case Walking One was wondering. Joke! I'm joking!
Ah, there you are. It is you, isn't it? It's interesting that they left in this dialogue, despite having rid of the dialogue, or the mission that spawned it. Don't ask. Suffice it to say that we had something of a situation here.
So it's actually you. I'm relieved. For a moment, I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded sylph tricksters. I swear, with them wreaking havoc on their skin-changing magics, it's a wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Y'shtola's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up. That's quite enough, Pabalimo. My apologies. It's not like me to ramble on, so... At any rate, as I was saying, I've finished measuring etherical activity in the area, and I am pleased to say I've reached an indisputable conclusion. To wit, that Ramu was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Aetheryte. Come, Momo, the Lord of the Eleven awaits.
I'm honestly kind of sad that I completely understand why they cut that quest. Because it took a while, and it was one of the many things that kind of bogged a Realm Reborn down. But at the same time, it was so fucking funny. Because it was low-key, like everyone was making fun of Thancred, and there was just some really choice dialogue.
I
Minora betrays thee, servant of Hyden.
Oh no! Well, I mean, I guess it's one shroud, exchanging one shroud primal for another. DPS, come
Thou
on.
art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs?
DPS, come on.
The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest not.
I guess we'll come back to this later. Sorry, the cutscene is exactly the fucking same, so... Now I think that this is the version where she has two different bits and bobs that spawn from her that we have to keep away. Or it's a party wipe. I honestly don't remember. I think it's genuinely been years since I fought Garuda Extreme. Oh shit, we gotta get rid of Saparna and Tirada or we're all gonna die. But we also gotta get rid of these fucking plumes. Oh no, I'm asleep. No, no, no. I was gonna say, the closer the two of them are to each other, the harder they are to kill. And if we don't kill them in a timely manner, the party wipes, if I remember correctly. Yup. Okay, let's see. Guess if we don't get rid of these, we're just as dead, to my understanding. Let's see, are we done with the plumes? No. Okay. Now, Garuda. Damn it, get back here. Oh, 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 oh. Whoop! Aw. I don't even know what I did wrong that time. Guess I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Shit! Damn it. This is what I hate about Garuda, or actually about most primals, is the segmentation of the battle. No! Dang it. Learn how to dodge. Ugh, these bitch baskets again. Oh shit, sorry. Oh man, I don't know what to do. I'm not very bright, you see. I think I last did this one like at least 1 year ago. What did we do wrong? part of my problem with this is, so I haven't done this battle very often. And most of the time when I do this one, I don't do it synced. Not to do an excuse for myself, just a matter of I am not skilled. What? Oh shit. In what direction are people? I can't see shit. So Spiny Plume is a no, okay. There we go. Be good to finally have that quest out of my my to-do list here. Who was Artemis? Yeah. guys, roll on the damn loot. There. We're finally done with that. Oh! This means I need to go and start unlocking the extremes for all the primals. Our efforts to augment Garuda's powers were met with the predicted success. It's mildly unsatisfying, then, that the primal was thusly summarily defeated. Against the Bringer of Light, it appears a heavier hand is required, and now that the focus has been discovered, it's of no consequences. Even should they understand the significance of its presence, they have no means to prevent the summonings. And the beastmen continue to crave ever more powerful avatars every time their gods fall. With each link forged in this chain of ambition, the shackles of chaos are bound ever tighter. It is not for us to entertain such speculation. We are bid only to convey what we have witnessed. Let us be gone from here. Working stiff Asians. Let's turn this in. Once more, Garuda has fallen to your might. You have our gratitude, Private Jagaimo. We are blessed to count such heroes amongst our allies. What's this? Some memento of the battle, mayhap? A gruesome ritual tool fashioned from the bones of an Ixal. Ugh, what an uncanny arrangement of bone. I've never seen its like. I could not guess for what foul ritual this object would be used. Might there be some connections to the primal, considering the place which it was found? I must ask that you take this grisly trophy to the Waking Sands and consult with Oriange. Perhaps he can provide some insight. Pray return to the Waking Sands. What was this? Ah, the weaponsmith one. Right. I'm not starting any relic weapon shit on this character, for at least not for a very long time. Thou art returned whole from thy grueling trial. Hath the battle with the lady gifted thee a glimpse into the primal's fortress of inscrutability? A ritual focus of Ixali bone. Home to what tainted powers, I cannot say. Pray leave this curiosity with me, that I might dwell further on its nature. Garuda's unseemly strength was not fueled by crystal caches and tempered worship alone. Nay, I fear some new rite of summoning was employed. The rigid culture of the Ixal rarely spawneth such anomaly. Methinks such agents, more deeply versed in the primal lore, have meddled here. The Asians, for certainty. And if those servants of darkness are afoot, they will not stop at a single tribe. Such revelations do much to explain my recent communications. Art thou prepared to struggle once more against a beastman god? So I'm wondering, I have to admit that I am kinda bushed from this week. I hate to do such a short stream, but I generally don't have the energy to keep going, which sucks because I love 14 so much, but I really just don't have the spoons tonight. So I think I'm going to end it here, and then next stream I will start with accepting this quest, getting it to the point where we unlock the next extreme trial, and then continue with the MSQ, which will have us dealing with Ramu. So, yeah, I think that is gonna be my approach. In the meantime, though, I very much appreciate you guys for coming out and keeping me company. You are very much appreciated. Who do we want to say hi to today? We've got Samhain V2, who's just chatting. Gamer Goose Friend is doing Ghost of Tsushima. Ollie Rob's doing just chatting. Orin, a lawyer, doing repo, and Mike the Cat is doing back VV, which is a puzzle game. Why don't I go ahead and send it over to Mike? Good night to you too, Naricon. I appreciate you joining me. I think this is the correct... Okay, so I think I either got his username wrong, or he's set to do not raid at this time? Give me a sec. Let me see. Okay, no, he's set to do not raid. Okay, well why don't I go ahead and I'll send it over to Aura and Aloy then. Or actually, why don't I say hi to Samhain? Samhain's a good bean. Don't know them super well, but they do a lot of really creepy, fun content, and seem like a really kind of chill person. But yeah, I'll be back on Sunday with some crime scene cleaner, the 2 levels we haven't done yet. But aside from that, thank you guys so much for keeping me company on this Friday. I appreciate you. Take care, stay safe, and until we talk again, have a good one. Now let's go say hi to Samhain.